Hello, world, and welcome to the very first episode of Just Let Me Game. My name is Jacob,
Matthew.
Rico.
and today on the chopping block, we got some good stuff for you guys coming out in the next few months. But before we go any further, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, post notification bell. That way, you know when more updates are coming out. Follow all that social media where we, throw out little updates here and there. But without further ado, let's get right into it, y'all. The first game that I really want to talk about is I'm super excited for, just because it's a new title, it's something new coming out. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I know a lot of people aren't really into the whole Pokemon feel, but me personally, I'm a fat nerd. I love anything Pokemon. But with this one, I kind of feel like it's bringing something different to the Pokemon world with the whole open world thing, being able to catch Pokemon wherever you go. Gameplay wise, it looks phenomenal. Like I'm really excited about it. Looks like we got a release date coming out on the 28th. But this one really seems like it's going to give like a different feel to the Pokemon game. It really looks like kind of like a mix of, I want to say Pokemon Sword and Shield and then Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So just kind of think of what Sword and Shield gave us and then Breath of the Wild, how fantastic that game was combined into one game. It seems like something that's going to take off really well. And if it does, this is going to be a whole new thing to Pokemon. And I feel like they can really play off of this if it does really well. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm kind of excited. I haven't personally spent a lot of time playing a lot of Pokemon games, but I definitely want to try it out just from certain things that you were talking to me about, like the fact that you'll be able to run around and kind of engage with the actual Pokemon being visible to you instead of running through the grass and hoping, hey, I'm going to find this rare Pokemon. And then you just get, a common basic Pokemon. So I'm kind of excited about it. I can't wait until I'm able to actually like see some play on it. Personally, I would like to play it too, but we'll kind of see where we're at then.
Yeah. I mean, it looks really good. Just from the simple fact of what you were saying, where you don't have to go through tall grass, you don't have to really go through any of that. You can fly on a Pidgeot and then throw a Pokeball down in the ground and catch a freaking Pikachu. You know what I mean? Just kind of like an example kind of thing. But I really feel like that this could bring something more to the Pokemon verse than just your typical standard, regular Pokemon games. Like it looks really fun, and I'm really excited about it. Just for that simple fact, just how you can catch Pokemon, and it looks really fun. Like I'm stoked.
If I play it, Squirtle is going to be my all-time. So I'm Squirtle gang.
No, I mean, I guess, but
or Mewtwo, one of the two.
Mewtwo's a legendary, bro. It's gonna take some time to catch that one.
Look, I'm just saying, Mewtwo. It's got to be Squirtle and then Mewtwo, nothing else.
Squirtle and Mewtwo. That's it. That's your whole squad, huh?
That's my squad.
That's your whole squad. How you gonna catch the Mewtwo with the Squirtle, bro?
Look, bro, they're gonna be best friends. They're gonna have some picnics and stuff and grow old together. It's gonna be great.
They're gonna have some picnics together, right?
It's gonna be a good time.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
All right.
Oh man.
So what else are we looking at with Pokemon? Any other additional details you might have for it?
So as far as like the release date coming out on the 28th, really the big thing that I really want to kind of mention is like you're going to be doing a lot of research in this game, just kind of like kind of like Pokemon Snap, and that's where like the research and stuff comes from. Is they're taking all that stuff that they did in Pokemon Snap and bringing it into Pokemon Legends Arceus. So I'm super excited. I mean, it brings some more Pokemon than your typical style of game. It brings a lot more to the table. Especially with the whole catching thing. So I'm really excited to see what it brings. I haven't really seen a lot more updates about it, so that's pretty much all I got for Pokemon so far. But as far as like gameplay wise and stuff like that, you guys are looking more towards like Pokemon Sword and Shield and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like I was saying before. So it looks fantastic. I'm really excited for this one. Really excited because it's going to bring something different.
So if you were to rank it out of the games coming out soon, where would you put it?
I'm gonna have to say top 5, bro. I'm gonna have to say at least for me, top 5 for me. Just because
I know Pokemon is a big game and a lot of people love Pokemon. Yeah. So if the fan base all pretty much back behind it and fall in love with it, I would definitely put it top 3. personally.
I wouldn't say top three. I wouldn't say
I would
top three.
definitely say top three. There's a
Here's
lot of
here's why.
fans for Pokemon.
There is a lot of fans for Pokemon, a huge amount of fans for Pokemon, but you have to realize Pokemon games have kind of started to go downhill a lot, so
Yeah.
not everybody's really too excited about this one. But I feel like once it comes out and once it's out there in the world and people are seeing a lot more gameplay, that's when it's going to hit up to that top three. But as of right now, I feel like I'm just going to say it's in the top five ranking, just for now, until the game comes out, because I feel like there's not very many people too excited about it just because of the history of Pokemon.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to go ahead and try and jump into some Dying Light 2.
Woo, woo.
All right. Now, Dying Light 2, I am super hyped for, just because Dying Light 1 was actually a really phenomenal game. When it was first getting ready to be introduced, I just thought, okay, it's going to be another, crappy parkour kind of like just run from zombies and try to survive game. But it ended up being a lot more than that. I think the best way for me to describe how I felt about that was kind of like if you think of Dead Island Riptide. Right? I think we're all kind of familiar with that game. Yeah. At first, that's what I was thinking, like when Dying Light was coming out. But Dying Light, I mean, it came out really good. I think the biggest thing that kind of caught my attention with Dying Light 2 is the fact that the map is actually 5 times as big. And it's supposed to take upward of 500 hours just to complete. And that's everything. That's
crazy,
everything,
bro.
from the main story to side missions. Every other area you go to is going to progress differently, and there's going to be a lot more different NPCs that you can interact with and talk to. But I think that's the biggest thing that kind of stood out for me.
Yeah. I mean, being 5 times, taking 500 hours, that's insane. Like, I'm having a hard enough time playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that thing's freaking huge.
Yeah.
So to sit there for 500 hours, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, that's with everything like put it together, as far as like side missions, main story, and stuff like that, all 500 hours. But that's crazy. If you guys are looking to, one of those trophy hunters or platinum trophy hunters on PlayStation and Xbox or whatever the case may be, you guys are you will be looking at a long time for this game. A long time.
Some really good fucking platinum trophies.
Yeah, because 500 hours, that's a lot. That's a lot of hours. I mean, I try to game as much as I can possible, but that one's rough. That one's rough.
Yeah, definitely. So what we do know for sure though is Dying Light 2 has moved a lot further west, right?
Yeah.
The name of it, as far as I'm aware from what I've looked up, there's no official name, but there was a leak unofficially that does name it as the city. The map is called the city. So if that is true, that is the name that we will be looking at, which would actually it'd be kind of unique, seeing as how like it's post-apocalyptic. And I mean, honestly, if I was to go downtown of the city, right, and it was called, for example, our city is called Bismarck. If it was post-apocalyptic, I wouldn't call it Bismarck anymore, just because it's not full of humans, it's full of zombies. So, city to me kind of like it reflects pretty good on it.
Yeah.
That's kind of my personal opinion on it. But the leak does say that it is confirmed that the miners said that it's supposed to be called the city. So, with that being
this one,
said, good.
My bad. This one takes place 20 years after or 20 years later. So from the first one, it's going to be, a little while from that game. But I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, the first Dying Light, I wasn't really a huge fan of until I played it here more recently. It was a little bit better just because when it first came out, it just reminded me of Mirror's Edge, and I really wasn't a huge fan of Mirror's Edge at the time. So I'm pretty stoked for this one. I mean, it seems really good with the map being freaking huge. Definitely it's going to take some time. It seems like it's going to be one of those games where I'm going to be sitting there playing for a little while, taking a break, throwing my controller a couple times, but hey, we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. You know what I mean? So
I'll just
I'm
run
definitely
around and kick people all day. That's what I
right.
first started doing on Dying Light 1 when I first played it. I didn't care about weapons. I ran around and just started drop kicking and just like slamming zombies. Dude, I was having so much fun.
Dude, you know, it'd be dope if we had like a post-apocalyptic game that they would come out with, but it's more like all your move sets and stuff like that is all like wrestling type moves. So you can come around, hit somebody with an RKO or like
That dude, that would actually
pedigree them
that
through
would
a
be
car
pretty funny.
window.
That would actually be pretty funny.
That'd be legit. So with this one, when's the release date coming out, Matt?
This one is supposed to be coming out on the 4th.
The 4th of February.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be out on the 4th. So,
So we're looking pretty close. Pretty close. Yep.
Yeah, a little over a week, and Dying Light 2 should be out. Pre-orders are available already, so that is the planned release date.
Yep.
I don't foresee them pushing it back any more than they already have.
They've pushed it back way too many times. So this is definitely coming out February 4th. I can promise everybody.
Yep. So
I mean, I don't have insights or anything like that, but they pushed it back like 500 times. So I mean, yeah,
and they're allowing pre-orders already on that set date. So I doubt this close to deadline they're going to push it back. So definitely, if you guys enjoy the series and you guys really, really want to spend 500 hours towards completely completing the game, just shredding it and having fun with your guys' team, make sure you guys go stop by Steam or any other platform that's available on, and make sure you guys pre-order that game.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to be a pretty interesting game. I mean, from all the gameplay that they showed, all the trailers and stuff they showed. I mean, you guys got to think that they pushed this game back so much that it first got announced at E3 of 2018.
Yep.
So that was like pre-pandemic, and you know what I mean. So I feel like this they're not gonna push it back anymore. They can't because
it's way too close to deadline.
Yeah, and it's been announced 3-4 years ago. So they have. So
they've had plenty of time. They've been releasing a lot of footage on it.
Yeah,
they're definitely releasing on this date.
Yeah, Dying Light, between Dying Light and Pokemon, I know you guys are probably more excited about Dying Light. Rigo, you got anything to say about Dying Light, man?
Not really. I haven't really tried the game, so
yeah, for sure.
I'll be interested in playing the game. Get some experience on it, see what it's about.
Yeah. It's
recently Rigo has been more stuck on Rainbow than anything. So
yeah,
Rainbow. Okay, Rainbow Extinction. Well, since we're on the topic of that, let's fucking get right into it. You know what I mean? So Rainbow Six Extinction. Obviously that one's Extraction. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I haven't really personally played it myself just because I really haven't had the time to. But I know both of you guys had some pretty good plays with it. Definitely been playing it since it's came out. I know both of you guys are pretty excited about it. So let's hear what you have to say. What's going on? What's new? What do you guys like? What don't you like? How different is it from Rainbow Six Siege?
The difference is I've played the first one. That was a big difference. We're actually going against aliens with teams.
Okay.
Different aliens and little blobbers that blow up.
Yeah. Now,
the good part about it is when I actually checked on it, did the research and everything, they actually showed us we would have about 4 main maps, which is New York, San Francisco, and New Mexico. And
nice. Okay.
What I've noticed, been playing it for the last couple of days, it goes off of different levels, basically like medium, basic rankings of the skills and stuff.
Yeah. Now from so say I know you said you're playing against like aliens and stuff like that. Is it like you get to choose? So like, some people are the humans and then some people go against like the aliens, like kind of like a 6v6 kind of thing, or is it just the humans?
It's a complete PvE. It's a team versus PvE. Yeah. So it's basically you got a team of a max of 3. You can play solo if you want to, which kind of brings us to one of our cons about the game that I personally don't like.
Right.
But yeah, so it's humans versus Archeons is what the aliens are called.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So it seems like, I mean, are you guys having fun with it? Like, what's something? What are some key like key things that you really really enjoy about it, and what's some key things that you just hate about it and you want to throw your controller out the window?
What I like about it is the operators, they go
Yeah,
off of levels,
I know some of the
way
operators
up.
came from Rainbow Six, right? Siege, like a few of them, or they didn't
Yeah,
do that.
actually, Sledge, Doc,
There's
Okay,
actually,
quite a few.
I believe
yeah,
all of the operators are from Siege.
yeah,
I think
Yeah.
they just renamed
okay,
them.
I mean, they have Smoke, Sledge, there's Finca, you have Habana, Doc. I mean, there's a bunch. There's a
Fuse.
good variety of characters on there just
yeah,
off the start. And now
okay,
you only start with a limited amount. As you level up your
right,
milestones, which comes from you completing objectives inside of the map,
right,
right? So not just doing your core objectives to get your XP for your character, there's milestones that you have to complete. So like, for example, you have to sneak up on elites and execute them, right?
okay,
So you
okay,
have to do that 3 times. You complete the milestone, that goes towards your milestone XP. The higher your milestone levels, the more operators you unlock.
okay,
So
okay. Yeah, I need a that's one game that I need to pick up and play because it seems like everybody's having a good time with it, and at least from what you guys are talking about, with the operators coming from Siege to this one, it's I feel like it's something really it's
yeah,
crossplay, right?
it is
Like
it's complete crossplay.
crossplay, and is
Oh, wow.
it's cross possession too, right?
Yep,
Which is dope. So
it's completely cross, and it's nice too because their adding function when it comes to adding friends
yeah,
is super smooth compared
yeah,
to other games where like there's always difficulty with PC adding someone from PlayStation or
right, right,
PlayStation and Xbox or vice versa. I mean, you always end up having an issue like, well, why
yeah,
can't PC add them? But you can play together, but you can't add them, right? This one is super
yeah.
smooth. Your friends list goes through your Ubisoft account. That is it.
Oh, okay, okay,
So all of
that's
your
dope.
friends on the game have to be from your Ubisoft.
Yeah.
As far as I was able to notice, anyways.
So it's kind of like
Um,
how Call of Duty, where you have to add like their Activision account, and then you can add them from there, but it's just with Ubisoft.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a little different from PC, obviously, on COD because
Right.
you have
Right. Right.
BattleNet
Right.
too, and you could
Yeah.
have your friends from BattleNet. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
for the most part, yeah, like I said, Rainbow Six is just completely off of Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So it runs pretty smooth. Now here's the biggest thing. There's some videos posted right now of people saying that the game is complete trash, that the game is not good, it's too slow, it's not enjoyable. Now here's the thing. If you're a Rainbow Six player to begin with,
Hmm.
you're used to the tactical slow pace,
Right.
right? Now, if
Right.
you come from COD expecting this to be a fast pace, easy to survive, just light everything up, and you can survive that's not the case. This game is actually really tactical. It falls in line with you more if you're tactical and stealth, right? If you're not
Yeah.
stealthy and you're just full engaging because you want to kill stuff, you can do that,
What you're
but
learning.
your chances of dying is a lot higher. Now, if you die, you
Okay.
lose your operator. You have to go back to that same area and you have to have the mission available to rescue your operator. Now, if you grab your operator and you die
Yeah.
and everyone else dies, you
Then that's
literally
it.
lose, like that operator will completely die off and restart its level.
Oh, really?
Actually takes
Yes,
away from
it
your
takes your experience
milestone.
away.
Oh, that's kind of
Not
interesting.
only from your character, but also the milestones completed with that character.
So you basically
Right.
like if you die, you pretty much have to start over. Like that's it.
Yes.
Yep.
So it
Dang.
forces
Okay.
the
Okay.
game. The game literally forces you to be tactical and play the game how it's meant to be played.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There are certain, like the New York is the easiest difficulty. That's the first map, and how the difficulties go is when your matchmaking is only off of quick play, which is one of the bad
Right.
things. You can only matchmake through quick play unless you pre-group with a squad. Now,
Okay.
when you go and you look at the maps, you have New York, San Francisco, Alaska, Mexico, right? Each one goes up a tier in difficulty. So you have easy, you have normal, you have hard, and then you have like nightmare, right? That's
Yeah.
not what they're called. That's essentially the mechanic, though.
Right.
Now, if you're on New York, and you just want to run in there guns blazing and kill everything, yeah, you'll most likely survive. So as you get to San Francisco, there's different things with mutations on these Archeons and stuff. So
like do the aliens kind of like mutate into like stronger aliens, kind of like how with Dying Light 2, you know how like when the sun goes down, the zombies get stronger?
Their form of mutation is, it's essentially like a biochemical attached to them. And if they get within a certain range of you, they're blinding spores. So they attach to you over and over and over and over. The more you have on you, when they explode, they do more damage. They also completely cloud your vision with like a poisonous gas. So it's hard for you to see. Right. So when it comes to like those type of mutations, that's the mutations. But when it comes to the Archeons themselves having different like deformities and stuff, they only go off of class types. So you'll have, you know, your basic Archeon, then you'll have like a lurker, which is basically one that has a big flower shield over its head. You can only shoot it in the head to damage it, you know, stuff like that. But literally the only issue that I personally came across was the fact that you cannot pick a specific map. So when you click on New York, you have 3 maps inside of New York. It's not just click the map, you go in, right? That's quick play. You have 3 maps inside of it. If you specifically click one, unless you're grouped up with friends, it will throw you in solo.
Oh, really? So it literally,
it does not matchmake you. So the only way to matchmake is to hit quick play, which picks a random one out of the 3, and then you have to play that map. So that's the only problem I personally have with the game. It runs super smooth. The graphics are really, really good.
How's it? I know you guys are playing on you play on PC, right?
Yep.
And then Rigo, you play on what, PlayStation or PC?
No, he was playing on PC.
Playing on PC. So how do you guys like it? Have you guys like tried it with a controller versus a mouse and keyboard?
I tried it with a controller.
Yeah.
But the sticks are just, they're too clunky.
You're not used to it.
I'd rather do mouse and keyboard, honestly.
Now, for me, the controller sticks are just too clunky. It might just be because I'm PC all day.
Yeah.
But console players might have a different opinion on it. It's just
right.
activity and dead zone,
you know,
adjusting it. It's not right, you know.
Right. And you
console player, it's like it's different from mouse and keyboard.
Can you tell like a huge difference between like gameplay wise and like just like the functions and everything like that? Is there like a difference between it, or like is it pretty similar? Yeah. I mean, obviously, your PC is gonna have, you know, a slight edge on everybody else.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But
it just feels like controller is slightly delayed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's always been. And that's like the
no. Like compared to other games, like if you're a console player, like all the way, right? I used to be there. I know what it was like playing all these other games. I can compare it to past experiences. Right now, if I do that now, this game does feel a little delayed to your interaction with your controller.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, like I said, the game overall runs really smooth on my end. The graphics are amazing.
Yeah.
The functions of everything in the game are really, really good. The interactions, pings, the operator's abilities. I mean, I personally haven't come across any exploits, any bugs.
Nope.
No.
And even online, looking up videos, I haven't found any yet.
When you guys are playing online, is there any like, does it run smooth? Because you know it's an online only game, but it runs
super smooth.
Yeah. Okay.
Super smooth, and the load times are really short.
Yeah. Okay. That seems pretty dope. And you know, of course, if we like miss anything or like we know we're not talking about certain things, by all means, make sure to let us know down below in the comments, man. So we're not, you know, we like to stay informed over here. You know, we're just trying to give you guys the best information that we can as far as like these certain games without, you know, going on to making it like a 4 or 5 hour video. You know, we're kind of dumbing it down to like 30 minutes. At least that's the goal. But if you guys have any other, you know, opinions or, you know, you just want to chop it up and down in the comments, feel free to go ahead and, you know, throw something down there. That way, you know, we're able to see, okay, yeah, we missed this and we can, you know, fix this on the next episode, and whatever games you guys want to see, just let us know. We'll do a little bit of research on them and throw them up on the next video. So up next on the chopping block, looks like we got Horizon Forbidden West.
Your favorite one?
Me personally, I am extremely excited about this just because of the success that Horizon Zero Dawn had. It was a with me personally, like these guys are like all like multiplayer games. They Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, Destiny, all that stuff. If it has a multiplayer, these guys are on it. With me personally, I really enjoy just the story mode type games, just where I can just sit back, kick back, just play a long story game, and it'd be really good. And I feel like that's what Horizon Zero Dawn did. It was a long enough game to where it was you can just chill, just sit there and play. The story was really good. The graphics were fantastic in that one, and it's this one. I don't think it's gonna, and I don't think it's gonna disappoint. You know what I mean? I have my expectations very high for this, just because I am personally really excited for it. But as far as like the gameplay goes, from the trailers and all the stuff that I've been kind of reading about it, it looks like it's going to be a post-apocalyptic San Francisco type thing. From the trailers, you can't really tell that it's San Francisco, but if you really look at it, you can see like certain areas
monuments and stuff.
Monuments and whatnot, or they look familiar. Let's see. So it was confirmed by the game director that the map is going to stretch from Utah to the Pacific coast. So that kind of gives it a little bit more. So you can kind of get an idea how big the map is, if it's like, set in the post-apocalyptic San Francisco, but it's going to go on from Utah to the Pacific coast. It's going to be a pretty long map. They didn't really say how many hours it's going to take to complete the game, but just from, it being that big, I have a feeling that it's going to take a while for the game to, for you to complete the game, which is good. I like games where it's, it takes a little bit longer to complete, just because you're buying this game, you don't want to beat it in 15 hours. That's kind of bummed out. That's how I felt about Kingdom Hearts 3. We're not going to talk about that situation though. So with Zero Dawn being as good as it is, as good as it was, I don't expect anything less with this one. It's just kind of like a little breakdown. The character Aloy is heading to the Forbidden West to uncover the case of a strange crimson, like kind of like a light that's killing off all the plants, animals, tribes. It's also looks like it controls the weather. So you're going to get like superstorms, tsunamis, and stuff like that, at least from what I've been seeing. Adding in a dozen new machines, giving us a fresh new feel to the game. So what I mean by the machines, if you guys haven't really played Horizon Forbidden West, or you haven't played Horizon Forbidden West because it hasn't come out yet. Horizon Zero Dawn, basically like the machines, they're kind of like robot dinosaurs in a sense, which they look dope. Like the little raptors, they have like one eye right here, and they're kind of chasing after you. It's super dope. It's really fun.
I watched the trailer on the new one that's coming out, so I kind of have an idea of what it looks like. Essentially a big giant foresty map with a bunch of unique style mechanized dinosaurs. It's dope. If you haven't, I know it's on PC, the Horizon Zero Dawn. So if you just want a good like first player game, definitely I would definitely recommend Horizon Zero Dawn to anybody. When I used to where I used to work, that would be the first game that I would just throw out there, would just be like, you're getting a PlayStation, Horizon Zero Dawn for sure. You're going to enjoy that. You know what I mean? It's one of those games to where you can pretty much recommend to everybody and they're not going to have any complaints to it. I know for some people, this might not be their type of game. But it's definitely going to be one of those things where it's going to not shut down, but it's going to take over for sure. And I'm going to say it right now. I don't care what anybody says. You guys can come after me. I don't care. It's going to be game of the year. 100%. 100% game of the year. And I'm saying it now with the February release date of the 18th, game of the year, bro. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No, necessarily get your hopes too high, because there is one really big game that everyone is hyped about. Now, there is a strong chance that the coin can flip and the game will be completely garbage.
If you say Elden Ring,
but
I'm going to hurt you.
If it doesn't, if the game is not garbage and it is actually really, really well fucking
it's not going to be garbage. I'm telling you, it's not going to be garbage.
Elden Ring is going to take the cake.
No.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying if the game doesn't flop like New World did, right?
New World flopped hard.
If New World did not, and I apologize to all the diehard New World fans, you guys can hit me up in the comments, go after me. I'm fine with that. I love controversy.
Roast them.
But
roast them.
New World took a major flop because expectations were so high for a game that barely developed a game essentially for the first time. Now, when it comes to Elden Ring, I'm kind of excited to see how it turns out because the hype of New World is the hype of Elden Ring, just a little more. That puts an extreme amount of pressure on the outlook of the game, which means when it is released, if it is not basically perfect, the game will flop. So that's why I'm saying if 100%. It doesn't flop, I could definitely see a nice little spot of competition between both.
Look, everybody, hey, everybody said that about Halo Infinite, and Halo Infinite was terrible.
I never said anything about Halo Infinite. Okay, I'm just gonna exclude myself from that topic because I don't want to be in it.
Look. Right? Look. Hear me out, okay? And I know, again, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but whatever. Come at me. I dare you. Halo is probably one of the most overrated games ever created, and that's just my opinion.
Honestly, my favorite is the first one, but
see the reason why I say that is because everybody is so strung up on Halo 3 ODST and how good that game was. Like, don't get me wrong, Halo 3 ODST, fantastic game. But after that, everybody has been riding this wave of Halo, expecting every single game to be like ODST, and it's not gonna be.
A lot of new,
and it's just basically it's like a lot of copy and paste kind of thing. You know, it's like they took some of the stuff from Halo 3, they took some of the stuff from Halo 2, and just plopped it onto another map, and it's just it looks I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I in my opinion, I think it was a pretty garbage game. But
I'm gonna throw my opinion out there. A lot of new games are doing this battle royale thing, and that's what I've been noticing.
Yeah.
A lot of competitive first shooter.
And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong or not. You know, everybody in the comments if I'm wrong. But from what I've been seeing is, I know this is the last Halo game that they're making, and they're going more into the multiplayer thing. And from what I've seen, I might have read it wrong, or I might have seen it on a funky website, but they're actually going to be doing a Halo battle royale type thing, kind of like Warzone, but with Halo. So I don't know how they're going to do that, but I mean, I could be completely wrong on that, and they are probably not even thinking about it. But at least that's from what I've seen, whatever.
Now here's my input when it comes to Halo. Right, I played the early Halos. I played all the way up to ODST. Out of all of them, ODST was personally my favorite, and the reason it was my favorite because the entire landscape and development of the game was different. You know what I'm saying? It was completely different, right? Now, from then on, it has been so it's been the same, so repetitive. And that's why I don't really care too much for Halo.
Yeah.
But
we kind of got off topic a little bit. But with Horizon Forbidden West, that one's coming out on the 18th of February. So make sure you guys are looking at that. It is going to be a PS5 and PlayStation 4 exclusive. But if you guys, have PC, I know the Horizon Zero Dawn is on PC as well. So definitely make sure to check that out if, you guys don't have a console or anything like that, because Zero Dawn is definitely going to be one of those, or Forbidden West is definitely going to be one of those games to check out for sure, just because of the success of the first one. Basically all the trailers and gameplay trailers that they've been showing, it looks beautiful. The scenery looks beautiful. The graphics look fantastic. And I'm sure with the performance of the PlayStation 5, if you guys are fully playing at a 120 frame rate, it's going to look phenomenal. Like, it's going to be fantastic. I have really, really high expectations for this game, and I know that's a bad thing for to do with games coming out these recent years. But with Forbidden West, I feel like it's going to be one of those games that's going to be phenomenal, and you cannot play it. It's game of the year, 100%. I don't care what you guys say. Game of the year.
All right,
100.
To our last game, our final game, one that I personally am kind of excited about.
I've never
Now,
even heard of this, to be honest with you, until you mentioned it.
and that's because it's an indie game. Not a
Well,
lot of
yeah,
people, so people like indie games, but some of them don't know how to find them. Right now,
And a lot
this
of them are on
game
for it's
is
like PC. A
called,
lot of them are on Steam, right? It's just all the
yes,
indie
there's a
stuff.
lot of
Yeah,
indie games. The majority of indie games are on Steam.
yeah,
This
yeah.
game specifically is on Steam, and it is called Kai. Okay, now this game is set in Japan, and when you spawn in as the main character, it's kind of like it's different, right? The feel of the game and all that is different. And when you get in there, you're essentially supposed to find a cursed item, right?
Right.
On your map, on your, because I was able to actually interact and play the game through their little trial, right? Their little
Right.
short version. You essentially find a cursed item. Once you find the item, you then have to explore the map for some certain materials, which essentially is for you to be able to draw like kind of like a cure sign, right?
Right.
And when you draw that out, it's complete interaction. Like this game is built completely on interaction. Your mouse is your pen, right? It's your
Oh,
ink
damn.
pen. You have to
Okay.
physically use your mouse to draw out these Japanese symbols to make this this protection spell or cleanse spell, if you will.
Yeah.
Then you have to try and make your way back to that cursed item to place the spell on it, to cleanse it in order for you to completely just move on. But
Right.
in between, there is obviously, it's a monster, right?
Right.
Now, these ghosts, these monsters, they're actually all off of mythological creatures, which is pretty unique.
Yeah.
I've played a lot of indie games. I probably wasn't as zoned in a game like I was on Kai, even though it doesn't seem like it's going to be scary. It definitely has you, it puts chills on you. Like you have chills
Yeah.
on your body, the complete time you're playing it. The sound effects are really, really good. As far as like 360 audio goes in your headset, it's
Right.
really clean and really smooth. The jump scare when you get killed, let me tell you, I thought I almost peed a little. Just
a
a
little.
little.
Just a little bit.
I was not expecting what I seen, right? The graphics of the monster, I was not expecting what I seen. I was not expecting it to do what it did. And if you listen closely to it, and this is what I mean by the sounds are really, really good in this game, when it grabs you and it goes to kill you, you can hear it physically slicing your organs open.
Nice.
Like it's the details of the game are so nice. The graphics are amazing. It's
So is it out already?
smooth. What was that?
Is it out already?
It is not out yet. They only
Okay. But, you played the like the demo or the beta?
It was a free demo. Yeah, I played a free demo.
Yes.
Okay.
However, if you enjoy pop scares, you enjoy being on your toes essentially the entire time that you're playing, not knowing when something's gonna come, seeing like essentially hallucinating while you're playing the game, I definitely suggest looking Kai up on Steam, downloading the demo, trying it out, and if you like it, wait for it to come out. With that being said, though, if there are any suggestions on upcoming indie games, right? This is me specifically speaking to indie lovers. If there are any indie lovers out there that are watching this video and you guys have specific indie games you would like me to try out so we can kind of talk on, or if there's any upcoming games that you guys are really, really excited about, please comment down below or follow the link to our Twitter, send us a tweet, and I will try to respond to everybody in accordance as soon as I can. Other than that, though, that is it for our top 5. So with that being said, if you guys have liked what you guys seen, if you guys like, watching us, listening to us, whether you're in your car, you're at home, and you guys want to hear more, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell. So when we do end up going live or we end up posting a video, you guys will be informed. Make sure you guys also click the link and follow our Twitter. We are going to be periodically posting updates on what we're planning on doing, possibly letting you know exactly what we're doing, possibly hinting to see if everybody can kind of like get the gist of what we're doing. But make sure you guys follow both channels. It would mean a lot, and it goes a long way to support the channel. And with that being said, I will pass the torch to Jacob.
All right. Well, we pretty much talked about all the games that we're, pretty excited for. I know with me, I'm mostly excited for Pokemon and Horizon Forbidden West. These guys, they got their own excitement on different things. But like he was saying, if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you want us to talk about, or anything that you want us to try and whatnot, that way we can talk about on the podcast, just go ahead and shoot us a tweet, or even comment down below. We're going to be checking all the comments as periodically as we can, the more we get into the videos. And we will be giving you guys updates on kind of like a schedule when we're going to be posting up videos. Our plan is to basically post, one video a week, just to, kind of give you guys a little bit more content that you can watch. So if you guys have any suggestions of what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about, what you want to see, if you just want to come in and just say hi, that's all good. That's what we're here for. We're definitely here to entertain the world. I need, what I need? I need like that SpongeBob episode, imagination. That's
what you need is some hair grow.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, hair grow. Oh, damn. Okay, that's what we're starting now, huh? That's what we're starting. Shots fired. Ugly motherfucker. Anyway. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I know it's the first episode, so it's going to be a little bit cringy just because we really don't know what we're doing yet. But by all means, once we get more into it and, start posting a little bit more, of course, the content's going to get a little bit better. So
if there are any podcasters that are watching this, or any vloggers, if you guys have any tips or tricks that you guys would be willing to share with a new podcast channel, if you guys could be so kind to please send us a message and let us know what you recommend for our channel, and we will definitely talk about it and try to incorporate whatever it is as best as we can to fit the channel.
Yep. So again, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, that post notification, follow all social media. I will be posting it down in the description below. Any final words, anybody? You got any
I think that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Until next time.
Deuces. I'm Jacob. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And we'll catch you later. Deuces.